championships at Cornerstone under his tutelage. And this is going to be a fun one this morning. Let's sit back and enjoy it and see these men go in action here as we find out who will be the first one on the ticket to the quarterfinals. It will be Cornerstone. The opening tip-off is set up and Keiser immediately sets up. Set up the offense. Defensively looks like that pretty much straight up man-to-man for Cornerstone. They are the team dressed in the road uniforms, their dark blue and gold trim, and they now have the ball down court. Lob inside. First basket of the game will go to Cornerstone. Kyle Steggy has the basket. Sophomore from Holland, Michigan, made such an impact here last year. And the other end of the shot is handed in by Stanley Whitaker. There's Dedigan again as he drives down court and gets behind the defense. And we've seen that a lot in these championships where a team will score or have something good happen, but then the other team will immediately send someone down court. That's what Dedigan did that time. And ends up getting Cornerstone a 4-2 lead. We're just 90 seconds in here at the College of the Ozarks. Whitaker double team. Goes up top. Sarnek with the basketball. His shot will be up and in from the top of the key. Sarnek, the sophomore from Serbia, puts Keiser up on top of the first time, 5-4. Steal at the other end. As Keiser with the ball back. Jenkins comes out of there with it. Seahawks down court quickly. Get it back outside, lob inside. McClinton loses the handle, ball picked up by McLaughlin, and here comes on the run again at the other end, but good defense this time as they prevent the layup or dunk or whatever they was going to try to do. It was Whitaker that got down there to block the ball out of bounds. And, the shot clock did not reset. They are going to do a reset. For folks that have been around the championships for a while, Keiser University may not be a familiar name, but you might know them by the name they were previously, Northwood. Northwood were in 9 straight tournaments in the championship before they missed last year for the first time. Corey Cox hits a shot in the corner off the inbounds play, and there's Cornerstone back on top 7-5. 17:35 to go here in the first half. Whitaker wants to penetrate, can't. Goes out there to Saranac. Whitaker gets it back. He'll try a three. That sky-high three is good. Whitaker up to 5, 8-7. Keiser back on top. And a quick early pace to the game here. Cox drives. He's trapped. Goes back outside. Wells has it. Cox, they're going to lob it inside. Stegan will try to set up. Can't. Takes it back outside. Shot for three is up. That one off the front rim. Rebound tipped and picked up by Keiser. Jenkins comes down court. He loses the handle again. We're back the other way with McLaughlin. Keiser, though, quick back lead defensively, but they don't find Wells, but Wells misfires on the three, but a hustling play by Michael McLaughlin. He gets the ball and then is fouled. It's almost like it was a foregone conclusion Keiser was going to get it. McLaughlin had other designs. First substitute of the ball game. As it'll be Joey Blowcamp in the ball game. Junior from Granville, Michigan. We'll see his first action. First substitute for either team. We are 3 minutes, 10 seconds in here. 8-7, Keiser holding on to the lead. Trying to run a weave, and Keiser knocks the ball away and almost saves it from going out of bounds. As Saranac made a nice play to get over there, but just not able to get it. Ball kind of took a spin on him out of bounds. Cornerstone with 19 shoot will have possession. Drive, thing it, double team. Gets it back outside. A one-handed layup, no good, but it'll be Ben Lanning heading to the free throw line as he was fouled, and the Seahawks have their second foul of the game. Again, Keiser University used to be Northwood. They have played for a championship since the Division II championships have been decided at Point Lookout. In fact, one year, Cornerstone on their way to a championship beat Northwood in the semifinals. Landing gets the first free throw. Two teams have met twice. Cornerstone actually played down in West Palm Beach last year in a classic and beat then Northwood, and then beat them in that championship game we talked here, the semifinal game in 2011. The only two times these two schools have meet. Time number 3 now. Keiser trails by 1. 9-8 Cornerstone. 16:20 to go in the first half. Shot for 3. No good. That one missed off the left side. Rebound pulled down, and here's Whitaker going to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Whitaker heads to the free throw line. Try to give his team the lead. 9-8 Cornerstone. And heading to the free throw line will be Whitaker. That foul is the first on Cornerstone. That is Landing that gets whistled for the foul. First free throw is good, and Whitaker has 6 of the 9 that Keiser's got on the board here in the first half. One more on the way for the junior. There's 3 seniors on this Keiser ball club. Whitaker, one of the underclassmen, he has 7, and Keiser back in front 10-9. Only a couple seniors on the Cornerstone ball club. So a lot of these players will be around a while and have the potential of being back here. Kick out in the corner. Shot for 3 is up. That one just off the mark. Scored, collected by Keiser. Whitaker has it. Walks it across midcourt. Kick outside. Sedovic wanted a 3, but decided to bypass it. Whitaker will get the ball back and now reset with 13 to shoot. Off the screen. Saranik can't get open, so again, a couple passes later, they'll be inside, and a hook shot or just a layup inside by Dion. He might have shuffled the feet in there, but kept the pivot foot down enough and was able to get the basket. Here's a 3 ball. That one going to be short. Missed by Landing. Keiser 12-9 lead. And the basketball, and Cornerstone will have more substitutes. Dylan Atten in the ball game. More players coming in for both teams as we kind of go through the first rotation of both of these ball clubs. It's the 8:30 game. This is the game that Keiser playing in on Monday or on Wednesday. Still a very early time for playing in any situation, but yet, you know, I think sometimes we put a little bit maybe more stock, especially when you look at the situation. Here's the 3 ball. That one is down. In the ball game, got to 3 to go, and Keiser's jumped out to a 15 lead here in the first half. In the corner, Wells is trapped. He gets it back outside. Vanderslice, who just checked in for Cornerstone, loses the handle. And Keiser wants to go coast to coast. Basket no good, but foul called. Goes to the other end. Stone down 6. Maybe looking at a deficit. Remember, Cornerstone, folks that were with us on Wednesday, they fell behind early to Cincinnati Christian. In fact, they were down double digits in the first half, but rallied and ended up pulling away and really blowing the game open in the second half. We had several games like that on Wednesday where both of the number 1 seeds that played yesterday by double digits in the first half, only to come back and win. There was one number 1 seed that was not as fortunate. We'll talk about that as we go through here today. Weaver with 1 of 2 free throws. He's up to 5, and the lead for Keiser is 8 at 17-9. A little pressure in the backcourt, but Cornerstone easily breaks it. There's Stega goes. His 18-footer will be good. Stega gets basket, breaks the Keiser run, and cuts the lead to 6, 17-11. We're down to 14-15 to go here in the first half. Whitaker will balance the set. Shot for 3, a high arching 3. That one's going to drop down. Bryce Jenkins gets the long 3. Keiser has their biggest lead of the game now at 9, 20-11. Aiton across court. Throws it down low. Here's Vanderslice. Shot will be up and in. Sam Vanderslice, another freshman, or another player from Holland, Michigan. That's a big basket for Cornerstone as they get back to within 7 as they're trying now just to stay even as Keiser's come out shooting well from the outside. Hand off to Whitaker just inside the arc. Pulls up, 17-footer will be good. Stanley Whitaker hot, he has 9. Cornerstone, or make that Keiser's 22, 22-13. Here's a jumper from just inside the arc. That one's gonna drop the other end from Travis Wells. Right now the team's trading baskets, but Keiser has that advantage. Now the 7-point lead. 15 to go here in the first half. Whitaker looks around the perimeter, goes into the lane, kicks out, shot in the corner for 3, up and good. And Keiser hot from the field early as Jenkins hits his second 3. It is 25-15. 12:50 to go here in the first half. Keiser, before that shot, 87% from the field, and even better as they not tallied the last basket yet. Bounce pass inside, going to be stolen. Keiser gets the loose ball. Here's Jenkins. Hands it off to Whitaker. 12:35 to go first half. Whitaker, long 3, sky high, and he gets it. Whitaker with 12, and Tim Elders needs a timeout as Keiser has come out on fire from the field here in the first half, shooting nearly 90. As the Seahawks lead this one 28-15. Off their pinpoint start shooting from the field. Cornerstone, again, just trying to hold serve right now, kind of outlast the storm. McLaughlin tries in the lane. His layup will be up, and it will roll in and out. And the rebound down to Keiser. As they dribble into the front court, and now we'll set up some new players in the ball game for Keiser that came in during the timeout. Tyrus Weaver now running the point as Whitaker is out. Here's a 3 on the left side. That one goes down. Holy cow. Now 10 of 11 from the field for Keiser to start the game. 31-15. They are just not missing right now. Here's McLaughlin. Goes over between the circles to Wells. Keiser really playing smoothly right now. Here's Stega inside. His one-hander up, no good, but they're going to call a foul with the knee, and Wally Massimino not very happy about that call at all. That's the call from the official, which will get Cornerstone to the free throw line. And they need something good to happen. 31-15 as they trail this one by 16. The official stat, 10 of 11 shooting. If you want to know the percentage, that's 90.91. 7 of 8 from 3. That's where their only miss was so far. Now Sega tries to get one to go, and that free throw won't go. It bounces in and out. Sega got with 6, trying to end the long run as they get back in. He'll make the second free throw, 7. And that will break the Keiser run. 31-16 though. The lead is still 15 for the Seahawks. 11:30 to go here in the first half. Weaver goes left side. Gets it back. His shot for 3 is up. That one goes! You have got to be kidding me! Another made shot for Keiser. Now 11 of 12 from the field. Other end, that shot will go in by Stega. He has 9. It's 34-18. 11 of 10 shooting for Keiser. Wow. And they haven't updated the stat for that percentage yet. And a foul called on Cornerstone as the drive to the basket was cut off. They're going to call a reach-in foul on the Golden Eagle. 10:57 to go first half. 34-18. Only the third team foul, so it won't be a shooting situation. Okay, so to make it official now, Keiser 11 of 12 from the field, shooting almost 92%, 11 of 12. And Keiser with the ball. You know they're going to miss sometime. You just want to know what it is. Stanley Whitaker will check back in the ball game now for Keiser. He's back running the point. Whitaker goes in, kicks it back outside. Over to Whitaker. Whitaker thought about the three and said goes inside, and that's going to be a dunk. Well, that's a high percentage shot. Adekuni, the senior from London, England, gets the dunk. So now 12 of 13 from the field for Keiser. At the other end, Corey Cox makes the shot. 36-20 the score. 10:20 to go in the first half. Drive by Whitaker. His shot, that's going to be blocked. So that's finally going to be their second miss of the ball game. Cornerstone running the floor, and a dunk at the other end by Ben Lanning. So Cornerstone with some emphasis on that. By the way, the Keiser shooting percentage got to 92.31 before they finally had their second miss, which they had just a moment ago. And now they have their third miss. So 2 in a row missed, and Cornerstone wanting to go on a run, and they do as Eric Redmond gets the layup, and now it's Keiser with the timeout. So even though Keiser's shooting percentage has been remarkable, Cornerstone with 2 in a row, now beating St. Francis to move on to the second round. The other 3 number 1 seeds did win, but both did have to fight and eventually pull away to win their games. That was Briarcliff, along with St. Francis, Indiana, and Davenport. Drive to the basket, kick outside, back up top. Keiser drive, and a foul going to be called as they're going to call a reach-in foul. As Saradek was driving in, and reach-in foul called on Michael McLaughlin. Actually, they're going to get the foul on Corey Cox. Apparently, he was on the other side. That'll be his first foul. 4th team foul on the Golden Eagles. Keiser to inbound. By the way, Keiser only shooting 80% from the field now. And we have an offensive foul call. So no shot up this time. The dish off on the baseline, but after dishing the ball off, Bryce Jenkins runs over a Cornerstone defender and is called for the foul. 36-24, 9:28 to go here in the first half. Golden Eagles trying to climb back into this one after Keiser got up to 12 of 13 from the field before finally missing a couple in a row. So free throws coming up for Eric Redmond, as the Keiser foul will be called on Bryce Jenkins. That's his second. He's the one that picked up the charge at the other end just a moment ago. Jenkins 2 quick fouls, 5th on the Seahawks. First free throw by Redmond is good. He goes up for 3, and Cornerstone slowly climbing back into this after they got down 16. Basket here, and they're back to within 10. Second one is up and good. Redmond with 4, it's 36-26. Cornerstone is back to within 10. And 9:10 to go here in the first half. Keiser, after missing only 1 shot early, now has missed 3 in a row, make it 4 in a row. And Cornerstone on the run again off the miss here. Redmond goes to the left side. Cox down on the baseline, trying to make some room inside and getting around his defender, but missing the shot was Lanning, and Keiser with the rebound. Back the other way they go. Drive to the hoop. Shot going to be blocked, and the board brought down by McLaughlin. Now the Golden Eagles back the other way. 8:42 to go here in the first half. 36-26. McLaughlin over to Stega. He's back in the ball game. Stega inside, spins, gets around the defender. Not going to score, but they're going to get the foul. And I don't know if they're going to get McClinton or maybe Whitaker. Whitaker's the one that knocked the ball away. They are going to get McClinton for the foul, his first. 2 shots coming up, and now, as well as Keiser started the ball game, a couple of free throws here, and Cornerstone, even one of them would get it back to single digits. It won't be on the first one. Stega is a good free throw shooter. Stega was a 72% percentage from the free throw line, but has missed a couple here this morning. One more on the way, up, and that one is good. Town gets it up to 10, but Keiser lead is now back down to single digits. Seahawks 36, Golden Eagles 27, at 8:20 to go in the first half. Drive to the basket, ball knocked away out of the hands of Zevick, and it will go to Cornerstone. Again, a chance to cut further into the lead. McLaughlin across midcourt. Trying to get Redmond open. That doesn't happen. Instead, Zega's going to take it himself. Kick back out. Shot for three is up. No good. Too hard. And the board brought down by Whitaker for Keiser. Keiser's not scored in a while. Whitaker will try to change that. His shot going to be blocked, but he'll be fouled as he heads to the free throw line. McLaughlin's second foul. The 15th foul on the Golden Eagles. As we said, Keiser has not scored in a while, so they're going to try to get their scoring back on track. Whitaker will make the first free throw. Well, now only 12 of 17 shooting for Keiser. So they've plummeted from 92% to 71%. But they are still perfect at the free throw line as Whitaker makes the first. Whitaker has 13 first half points and now make it 14 as Keiser stays perfect from the free throw line. It's 38-27, 11 the lead at 7:50 to go here in the first half. Keiser straight up man-to-man now. Down the baseline, kick back out. Cox drives in the lane, kicks out. Zega has a good look at it, but can't get the shot to fall. Rebound is long and eventually picked up. High is what I tried to say. And eventually picked up by Keiser. Seahawks 11-point lead and the ball. 7:20 to go here in the first half. They will balance the set. Weaver. Back it out. Shot clock already down to 10. Whitaker sets the screen. The left side, they'll try the three. That one is up. That one is an air ball. All of a sudden, Keiser, after not missing the first 5-6 minutes of the ball game, now can't hit much as they've missed 4 shots in a row, but still lead it by 11. Drive. Nice move by Wilson away from the defender, but then a block shot inside comes back the other way. Whitaker, kick out. 3 is up. That one is no good. Whitaker gets the rebound and will back it back out. Keiser 38, Cornerstone 27. 6:35 to go in the first half. Whitaker pull up from 3. That one is too hard. Rebound tip, picked up by Keiser, and there's going to be a foul called on the floor. I believe it's on the floor. Yeah, it will be on the floor as it will be an inbounds play coming up for Keiser. We're going to get Redmond for that foul. Now 16 fouls, so both teams will be in the bonus for the rest of this first half. Whitaker will inbound on the baseline. Weaver, they're going to bounce it back up. This time Weaver will bounce the set. Whitaker on the left. Now they'll reposition. Instead of the screen, Whitaker or Weaver takes it himself, loses the ball, and he's going to be fouled. And that's going to be another foul on Cornerstone. Corey Cox whistle for his second foul. That is the 7th team foul, which means Keiser heads to the free throw line. Keiser on the year, not an especially good free throw shooting team, only 61%. Weaver is one of their better free throw shooters. As Keiser on the year shooting 70% from the line. Again, that is coming into the national championship, not including their first game earlier this week. Weaver spins the ball. First free throw is up and good. Keiser remains perfect at the free throw line today. Now 7 of 7 from the charity stripe. One more on the way. Good. Keiser, after making 12 of their first 13 shots, have now missed their last 7 in a row, but have made some free throws and extend the lead to 13, 40-27, as we're down to 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Trying to set it up inside. Vanderslice is back in the ball game for Cornerstone. He sets the screen. They're going to get the 3 up. That one's going to be no good. And the rebound high, and Weaver will pick it up for Keiser. 40-27 Seahawks. Again, they've not made a field goal in a while, but when you start off 12 of 13, you've got a little room. still, even though with the cold shooting lately, they're still up 13. Top of the key. Here's a free throw line jumper. That's going to be down. And they get another field goal to pop in. Ebenezer Akunle for 2. He has 4. It is a 42-27 lead. Back to 15 is the advantage. That will be short-lived as the one-hander will be inside and up. And I believe that's Stinga that gets it. Stinga now with 12. And we're going to have timeout as the court crew is going to clean up a spot on the floor. The clock stopped at 5:07 to go. Very fast-moving first half. Again, they had a big start. Keiser did, shooting 12 of 13 from the field. Jumped them out to a big lead, and even though that field goal by Hula a moment ago ended that streak, they still have a big lead. This turnover, unforced. At the other end, that shot will be up and in by Travis Wells. Wells' second basket, so the turnover leads directly to a basket. And Cornerstone claws back to within 11. 42-31, 4:45 to go here in the first half. Maine Graves in the ball game for Keiser, seeing his first action. Saranick has it left side. His pull-up jumper from 18 is going to be off the mark and actually hits the top of the backboard and is brought down by Lanning. Quick movement down the court. Wells. Down low, Vanderslice. Vanderslice wants to post up, loses the ball, and there's going to be a foul called inside, which will be the 7th team foul. And that means that it will be Keiser going to the free throw line. Set the 2 and 3 seeds on that side. The other matchup is the 1-4 matchup with Briarcliff taking on Bethel. Quick look at the Dewar bracket. Northwest Christian against Indiana Wesleyan. That is a 2-3 matchup, 3-2 matchup. Dakota Wesleyan, the 5, upended Indiana Tech the 4. And then the number 1 on that side, St. Francis, last night lost to York. So there you go. And we will check the other bracket in a moment. Vanderslice makes 2 free throws. And Cornerstone back within 9 at 42-33. 4:10 to go in the opening half. Drive on the baseline, cut off. Back outside it goes, and Keiser will try to reset here with 15 to go. Good defense by Cornerstone. They're on the baseline. Shot up, and that's going to be an air ball as Tyrus checked that. Jermaine Graves couldn't hit anything. And now, after making their first 12 of their first 13, Keiser is in their last 9, just 1 of 9 from the field. They are maintaining the lead by shooting well at the free throw line. 8 of 8 here in the first half. 42-33. Now down to 3:47 to go in the first half. Cornerstone to inbound. Wells will be running the point in this set. Gets the screen for Vanderslice, goes to the baseline, all the way in and scores. That was a pretty play set up by a solid screen by Sam Vanderslice. And Cornerstone is right back in it. They're down by 7, 42-35. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Whitaker nearly loses the handle, but holds on to it. Saranick gives it back to Whitaker, and now they'll balance the set at 3:20 to go. 15 on the shot clock. Whitaker drives into the lane, kicks to the baseline, kick back outside. Here's a drive. Instead of dish off, shot will be no good. That one missed by Akule, and now Cornerstone back to within 5 or 4 with a basket here. Wells goes there. That's Diggett. Kicks it back outside to 8. Trying to post up low. That not happening, but 8 outside. 3, no good. Thought that one was going to go, but hits the front of the rim and deflects out. Cornerstone misses an opportunity there as Keiser clears the rebound up by 7. 2:35 to go. Here's a tough shot made right there. It is a 2 by Tyrus Weaver. Second Keiser player to double figures. Layup at the other end. Rolls in and out by Stiga. Stiga misses the shot. 44-35. Drive. Layup will be no good, but a foul called on the layup. Stiga will go to the line, or will commit the foul. Keiser heads to the free throw line. 2:19 to go first half. 44-35 is First free throw up and good. Stanley Whitaker has been a key player for Keiser here in the first half. He has 15. Weaver's come on. But it was Whitaker that was making a lot of those shots early. Helped Keiser build the lead. Second free throw up and good. 16 for Whitaker. Back to a 9-point margin for Keiser. 46-35. 2:10 to go in the first half. Wells over to Laney. Back to Wells. Lachlan back in the ball game for Cornerstone. Drive on the baseline. Shot from there will be nicely done by Ben Laney. As Laney pulls up from Tim and hits the left side baseline jumper. 46-37. As the lead drops back down to 9 at 1:45 to go first half. Keiser have been very patient. He's not there. They're running the offense. Getting the shot clock down to 10 on most possessions. To the basket. Shot no good. Tip in though. Will go in. It was Sega. They was waiting to see if that's who they were going to give it to. Sega, one of the players from Serbia, manages to get the basket and get the lead back to 11. It was tipped in. Almost a rebounding attempt. Rebound is knocked out of bounds. A lot of contact there. And it will be Cornerstone that gets the basketball. 1:15 to go here in the first half. 48-37. Matchup of NAIA heavyweights here. Keiser off to the great start, but Cornerstone not going away. McLaughlin will keep it outside. Redmond, by the way, is checked back in the ball game for Cornerstone. Try to lob it inside. Pass is intercepted. Segovic gets it. Here's a pull-up jumper that's going to be good from 3. Count that one from Serenek. Serenek gets the shot, and all of a sudden it's back to 14 for Keiser. But Engigan will answer at the other end. He has 14 in the first half, and Cornerstone back within 12, 51-39. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Lachlan dribbling around the midcourt line and then gets it to the top of the key. 10 seconds to shoot on this position. Whitaker out. Here's a shot just inside the arc. That's good. That is good by Zekovic. 53-39. 14-point Keiser lead. They have the arrow to start the second half. So with 10 seconds to go, Cornerstone will go for the final shot. Wells holding it around midcourt. He's going to get a screen. Kick into the corner. Here's an open look at 3. That one will be no good. Follow-up shot will be no good as the first half comes to an end. And it's Keiser University out of West Palm Beach, Florida, with lead at halftime. Our score, Keiser 53, 16-10, and it will be Keiser starting with the basketball here in the second half. 53-39. Keiser lead and the ball. And if you're just joining us, Keiser dressed in their home white with light blue trim uniforms, the dark blue Cornerstone. Whitaker passes off. Serenek in the lane. His shot will roll home. Serenek with 8. And Cornerstone, or the Keiser lead now equals their biggest of the game at 16. But an early foul here on Keiser as the Keiser player ran into the back trying to get the ball tipped away. Third foul called on McClinton. So he picks up an early third foul here in the second half. New shot clock for Cornerstone. Double team on the baseline, and they're nearly get a steal, and they do. The trap Stega got down low, and the ball's deflected out of bounds. So good defense by the Seahawks there. 55-39, 19:25 to go in the second half. Whitaker with the ball in his hands. Again, Keiser will be very patient. They will look for the right opportunity to run, trying to get to their biggest lead of the game. Pass inside, backing up, shooting, and missing the shot. That was just good defense that time inside as that shot missed by McClinton. At the other end, coast to coast, the layup by McLaughlin, and that is an important turn of events. Keiser trying to go up by their biggest margin of the game. A good defensive stand and an immediate shot at the other end. 55-41. Whitaker baseline goes back outside. in the deep left corner. Back outside it goes, and they'll throw the ball around the perimeter as the shot clock winds down to 10. Jenkins wants to drive, and he's going to be fouled. They'll call the holding foul on Wells as Jenkins was going across the lane. Again, these two are not only heavyweights in this championship, but they're also two of the top teams in the country. Cornerstone and Keiser right next to each other in the rankings, 8 and 9 in the country in the final national poll, and they're hooking up here right now. Keiser with the advantage. Right side, drive to the basket. Spin move, couple spin moves, underhanded shot, no good. That one forced by Sevek at the other end. Here's Stinga. He tries to complete the fast break, and Kyle actually has to jump into the stands to avoid the barrier. Pass was just a little too far out in front. 55-41 and holding at 18:10 to go here in the second half. Whitaker again walking across the court. Guys are very happy to be patient. Again, the 16, take a 14-point lead right now. Serenade gets it back outside, and they'll reset the offense. Whitaker just inside the arc. His shot will be good. Stanley Whitaker, 18, and then a steal by Keiser in the corner, and they've got it back and now can get their biggest lead of the game. They're equaling it right now at 16. Whitaker hands the ball off to Jenkins. Jenkins, up top it goes to Serenade. Off the screen, rolling it off. And the ball stolen. Good steal there by McLaughlin as he'll try to go coast to coast. Had the shot blocked, though, from behind. Keiser with numbers at the other end to the basket. Kick into the corner, but Cornerstone makes the steal as they get there defensively to intercept the pass. Now can Cornerstone make them pay with the three? Lanning will try, but miss. Long rebound, tipped out, and eventually picked up by Keiser, and then the ball will drop out of bounds as McLaughlin hit it. And I think they're actually going to get him for a foul, too. They're going to say McLaughlin pushed him out in trying to go for the loose ball. That'll be his third foul. So McLaughlin now with 3. And Keiser to inbound. McLaughlin pleading his case to the official, but no go. And now 57-41, 16-point lead again. Keiser shooting for their biggest lead of the game. Inside Jenkins, loose ball, he picked it up, reverse layup was no good. Rebound picked up, tipped to McLaughlin, and here come the Golden Eagles on the fly. Going around the perimeter, this is Cox. In the corner. McLaughlin, ball almost intercepted, but picked up by Stinga. Now in the corner it goes, drive to the basket. And Joey Blomkamp, who's just checked in, gets fouled as he drives the baseline. 57-41 with 16:27 to go. Keiser had several opportunities to get their biggest lead, and Cornerstone trying to hold on to the game and trying to stay close. Have been able to make the defensive plays to at least try to stay within shouting distance. Tyrus Weaver back in for Keiser as Cornerstone gets the ball in bounds. McLaughlin goes into the lane, he drives, shoots, and gets to the ball. Michael McLaughlin realized where the opening was early and not being indecisive, took it right to the hoop and knocks it down. 57-43. So again, Keiser not able to get the big lead, their biggest lead of the ball game. Cornerstone answers, hook shot, that one no good by McClinton. Now Cornerstone trying to dip into the lead. Here's a pull-up 3, yes sir. Travis Wells knocks down a 3. Only Cornerstone's second 3 of the game, but it comes at a good time. Helps them on a 5-0 run to get the lead down to 11. 57-46, 14-45, make it 15-45 to go. Weaver off the McClinton screen, and he said we'll get it back outside and we'll regroup. Weaver again, forces one up and gets it in. Even though he was defended well, somehow that one went in for Tyrus Weaver, who has 14. 59-46. Sega drives in, loses the handle, picked up. Running the court is Jenkins. Jenkins kicks out. Weaver, shot for 3 is no good. It wouldn't have counted anyway. as they're going to call a foul on Jenkins on the drive, and Raleigh Massimino not happy. I could hear one team seeded, and that is not actually true because there was a number one seed beaten in the very first year of the championship, but that was a little different format. It wasn't a full 32-team bracket, but the number one seed lost that year. But since they've had a full 32 teams, that was the first time that had ever happened. Lob pass inside, Stinga can't get the shot to go. Rebound is on the ground, and eventually picked up by Tyrus Weaver. As the players pick themselves up off the court, it is Keiser with the basketball. Whitaker's nice spin move. His high arcing shot is good over the outstretched arm of Ben Lanning, who tried to block it. Whitaker with 20. 61-46. Shot at the other end, no good. Keiser with the rebound, and again, shooting for a 17-point lead. And an offensive foul is going to be called as they're going to wave the shot off. And again, asking about being down low in the basket. And the official was adamant. And Raleigh Massimino is, I guess, as much as you can be at 81, livid about those two charging calls that have been called against this team. And the Keiser bench very, very upset about that call, but it goes, and we're back the other way. Bounce pass inside and out. Here's a long three. That's going to be off, no good. And the rebound brought down by the Seahawks. 61-46. 14:05 to go. Whitaker and Weaver will play catch around the perimeter. Weaver gets it back, or excuse me, Jenkins. Whitaker gets it back. Over to Weaver, shot clock down to 7. Weaver drives in, and he'll be fouled as he goes to the basket. Second, make it third team foul on the Golden Eagles. Cornerstone, in very elite company here, one of only 3 schools to win the Division II championship 3 times. Cornerstone achieved that honor last year when they won the finals over Dakota Wesleyan. There was their 3rd title. Oregon Tech and Bethel, the only 2. Oregon Tech, the only one to win all 3 championships here at Point Lookout. Cornerstone's won 2 here at Point Lookout and 1 in Nampa. Bethel's all 3 of theirs came in Nampa. Shot missed by the Seahawks, and it's Cornerstone with the rebound, Redmond. Up top, and now they'll keep it in, and they're going to call a foul as driving towards the lane, Corey Cox was knocked down. 15th foul on the Seahawks. Only the first one, though, called on Tyrus Weaver. Now, Keiser, otherwise known as Northwood before that, had the distinction, and I don't know how many programs in the history of any level of college basketball can say that they had been a national championship tournament team since their first year, but they were in the national championship every year since they were first created until last year. Long three missed by Cornerstone. Rebound picked up by Keiser. Over the back, down court, a quick release three is going to be up and good as Cernak gets that one. He has 11, and now Cornerstone with a 63-46 lead. 17 is their biggest of the game. 13:04 to go. Drive, and they'll call a blocking foul. And Keiser even more upset now as the Seahawks, and again, there's no question that there was a little bit of a lean on the drive. Just because there's a lean doesn't necessarily mean that that should be an offensive foul, but it looked like Lanning did lean into it a little bit, but the defender still was not set. So that's why the foul called that way. 16 foul on Keiser. Inbound for Cornerstone. That will put the Golden Eagles, though, in the bonus from this point on. 13 minutes to go in the second half. 63-46. Ayton back in the ball game. He throws it into the lane. Stinga drives in, shoots, scores, and it's fouled. Stinga makes the basket, and now with a chance for a three-point play. So from the biggest lead, Cornerstone, chance to draw it back to within 14. And again, we've kind of coined a term, or at least I have in this championship, and it's not really a term. It's more of just the philosophy. You've got a game again that Keiser right now seems to be in control as the three-point play completed, but they're not far enough ahead that they can relax. Cornerstone's still in it, but just having trouble getting over the hump. We'll see how that plays out here in the final 12:40. Keiser, 14-point lead and the ball. Sternick gets it inside. Backing down inside, hook shot is up. That one too hard by Nkule. And the rebound pulled down by Cornerstone. And now Riley Massimino upset that there wasn't a wall call on that particular play. And they're going to call a reaching foul in on Keiser. He felt that the Cornerstone player traveled when he got the ball high in the air, and not sure he quite had control of it when he was there, but the argument was made. But now it's Cornerstone at the free throw line. It'll be Ben Lanning shooting one and the bonus. First one is on the way and short. Cornerstone decent at the free throw line, 71%. Lanning 67% and misses the front end there. So still a 14-point Keiser lead. Whitaker out top. Left side it goes. Weaver. Weaver drives for the basket. His one-hander. Good and one as Weaver gets the shot to go. And Travis Wells commits the foul, and Wells asking the official, and I think if I read lips, he said, what am I supposed to do? And not sure he got an answer, but what happens is that Whitaker has a chance to get the three-point play. And he will not. That is Keiser's first free throw miss of the game right there. Lead, though, still is 16 for the Seahawks at 12 minutes to go. And we have a holding foul called inside on the Seahawks. So back to the free throw line goes Cornerstone. They got at the line. He shoots 72%. Cox is by far their best free throw shooter, shooting 84%. Makes the front end there. They got it does. He has 18. One more on the way. It's up. And that one will drop down. 19 for the Cornerstone sophomore. 65-51. The Keiser lead is 14. 11:50 to go, second half. Clear lane, drive to the hoop, shot no good. Rebound, put back instead of kick out, and Keiser will regroup. Initial miss by Jenkins inside. And now Keiser will back it back out. Try to set things up. Drive and a jumper will be up. Oh, in and out, no good. That one missed by Cernick. It popped in and out, and now Cornerstone with a three to make it an 11-point game. Still plenty of time, 11:20 to go. Stega has 19. He backs down the defender, goes in and scores. He made that one look easy. And Kyle Stega now with 21. 65-53. Keiser's lead at 117 is now down to 12. 11 minutes to go. Weaver. Around the perimeter, and now Whitaker will rebalance the set. Down to 10 seconds to shoot. Whitaker, pull-up jumper from three is going to be no good, and off the back support. So now, Cornerstone with the basket with a three could make it a single-digit lead again. Golden Eagles, not a great spurt, but they're just, again, staying close enough, and now chipping up some off the lead. Lead was 17, now 11. So they knocked 6 off the lead in just the last 2 minutes. And we still have over half the game to go. 10:43 to be precise. Lob in, Vanderslice. Kick out, drive to the basket by Redmond. That shot is short. And the rebound pulled down by Sevic. Gets it to Whitaker, and now they will reset. We're down to 10:25 to go. Keiser again taking their time. Whitaker right wing. Try to set a screen for him. That doesn't work. Up top it goes. Shot clock is down to 7. Down to 6. Keiser's going to have to hurry. Serbiak gets it. They're just not going to get open, are they? And that's going to be a foul on a 3. And boy, what a big break right there for Keiser, because Serenek forced the 3 up. He was just trying to draw iron to at least, give his team a chance. And they call a foul on the shot. So now 3 free throws for Serenek. First one is good. So keep an eye on that point. That was a big turnaround there at 10:04 to go. Looked like Cornerstone was about to get the ball in a shot clock violation. Instead, they get fouled on a 3 and hit the first 2 of 3. And one more on the way for the sophomore from Serbia. One more. That one's on the way and good as well. So a 3 for 3 from Serenek at the free throw line. 68-53. Big possession there as the lead goes back up to 15. 9:55 to go here in the second half. Cornerstone around the perimeter. Just trying to find an opening. They're going to get it inside, and there's going to be a shot that will be in and out, no good, by Kyle Stigaga. And free throws coming up for the sophomore. Third foul called in Goulet. So a pair of free throws coming up, 9:44 to go. Just under the halfway mark here of the second half. First free throw, Stigaga rolls it home. He has 22. He is now the game high scorer. Remember, he had a big impact on Cornerstone's run to the national championship last year. Now, Cornerstone, we haven't talked about this, but Cornerstone trying to get into the rarest of rarefied air as he misses the second free throw. If Cornerstone could come back and win it, they would keep their hope alive for becoming only the second back-to-back champions of this event. Bethel did it in the 90s in Nampa. Bethel, in fact, won 3 of 4 in the 90s. Cornerstone trying to at least equal that. Hook shot no good. Put back though is good. Count it and 1, and they're also going to call a foul. Zekovic gets the layup off the miss, and Stigaga gets called for the foul. 16 foul on the Golden Eagles, but regardless here, it's going to be 1 free throw, and Zekovic tries to get the 3-point play. This would equal their biggest lead if he knocks it down, and he will not. It's short. Vanderslice with the rebound for Cornerstone. Finds himself down 16. Still, though, plenty of time. 9:15 to go. Bounce pass inside is tipped away. Whitaker on the run, trying to go coast to coast, and he will not make the shot, but he's going to be fouled. So the turnover, and now at the free throw line, Whitaker could give Cornerstone, or give Keiser their biggest lead of the game. We mentioned Cornerstone trying to make a little history by keeping their hopes alive of a back-to-back championship. Keiser is just trying to beat Cornerstone. They've not done so in their 2 previous meetings, including one here in 2011, where Cornerstone defeated Raleigh-Massimino Seahawks Club in the semifinals. That was Cornerstone's second national championship. Again, Cornerstone picking up 3rd last year. Whitaker misses both free throws, so the lead stays at 16. Big break for Cornerstone there after the steal. Now under 9 to play, 70-54. Keiser on top. You know, you really just feel if you're Cornerstone, you need to get a 3 to drop. They've only hit 2 today. And their 3 shots are really, you know, when they get on a roll, they really knock them down. Here's one in the corner. That one is one of them right there. So Ben Lanning finally gets Cornerstone's 3rd 3 of the game, and that drops the lead down to 13. 8:25 to go. 70-57 Keiser. Whitaker between the circles. Goes right now inside to Serenek. Back to Whitaker. Shot clock down to 10. Cernak. One-hander. Here's the three to answer at the other end. That one is short. Here's Cornerstone with the rebound. They're going to kick it back to Wells. Lob inside. Stinga goes to the other side. That layup will be no good. It rolls in and out by Lanning. Golden opportunity for the Golden Eagles there by the boards as the Lanning layup danced all the way around the rim but didn't drop home. Whitaker to the basket. His one-hander rolls in and out. Kind of the same thing there. He had one that looked like a sure bet and couldn't get it to fall. McLaughlin at the other end, and he gets his pocket picked by Whitaker, and then he's fouled. And that's going to be foul number 4 called on McLaughlin. See if Kim Elders makes a move here with 7:33 to go in a heartbreaking fashion. By the way, also want to give a heads up to and a congratulations to Indiana University East, who also won their first ever game of the championship. They had maybe the most impressive upset of anybody as they just rolled over number 2 Tabor in their game yesterday. Whitaker makes the first free throw and second. Whitaker 22, and it's 72-57. The Keiser lead is 15 with 7.5 minutes to run in this ball game. Redmond has it, bounces it right side. Cox will try the long three. That one is going to be no good. Wells actually was the one that tried that one and not able to get it to fall. So Keiser, 15-point lead in the ball as we're down to 7:05 to go. And Raleigh Massimino and his staff look at the clock and say, let's run some clock and try to limit possessions. Drive and a kick out, and that's going to be a foul on Cornerstone. That'll be the 9th team foul. And that will send the Seahawks to the free throw line. Keiser overall 10-8. They have finished second, and again denied a trip to the championship by this Cornerstone Ball Club in 2011. But that semifinal appearance by the Seahawks, or their final appearance back a few years ago, was their biggest run here in the championship. Free throw missed. That was the front of it, a 1-and-1. The last 1-and-1 we'll have in the ball game. It'll be 2 shots for both teams the rest of the way. They're in the double bonus. 6:48 to go. 15-point lead. Still time for Cornerstone, but the way Keiser is running, unless they get a couple of big turnovers, it's going to be very tough. Not impossible, but tough. Another three. This one rolls in and out. Rebound tipped around. Redmond forces it up and in. Eric Redmond with the putback. Cornerstone, again, showing a little life. They're within 13 at 6.5 minutes to play. Keiser an even 50% from the field right now. Cornerstone 46%. But considering the fact Cornerstone started 12, or Keiser started 12 of 13. There's a reverse layup. That's no good, but a foul will be called, and McClinton will go to the free throw line for Keiser. Lanning called for his second foul, so from this point on, everyone's shooting 2 free throws. That was a shooting foul. Would have been regardless. So McClinton, who's only got a basket in the ball game, now will try to add 2 free throws. The first of which is going to be good. Good form by McClinton on that one. He has 3. Gets the lead back to 14. Cernak checks back in for Keiser. One more on the way. Up. That one is short. So the lead stays at 14 for Keiser. It's 6:10 to play. You know, if Cornerstone can get their offense rolling and get a roll from the outside, could be a run, but that was a 3 that rolls in and out for Redmond. Again, that was a good look by Eric, just didn't get it to drop. So Keiser can run some more clock here as Whitaker gets it into the front court. You know, you really look at this situation if you're Cornerstone. You don't do it yet, but you might have to think about starting fouling earlier than you will, because Cornerstone's going to run 25 seconds off every possession of the game as they've done so here. Whitaker, fadeaway 3 is up, no good. Rebound tip and controlled by Cornerstone, and a foul called as Zivic is on the back, unintentionally, but fell down on the back of the Cornerstone player. It's his second foul. And so Cornerstone walks to the other end. Cox will head to the free throw line. Try to get his team back to within 12, 5:35 to go. Cornerstone still is a spurt away from getting back in this. It's just that so far Keiser is not, playing a style that is going to help with that effort. Again, still plenty of time, and Keiser can't just quit scoring and win the game. But at the same time, look at the numbers. As both free throws good by Cox, it goes up to 7 points. Full court pressure being applied by Cornerstone, and a foul will be called as getting to the edge before Lanning could. The Civic, and he will go to the free throw line. Lanning commits his third foul, so the clock stops at 5:28, and that may be kind of what's happening now, even though not an intentional foul. Trying to get Keiser to miss some free throws, and Keiser are not a great free throw shooting team, only 61%. Drop that one down though. 7 points for one of two players on Raleigh Massey-Mills Club from Serbia. Got several other international players on this team. Put together another good one. Here's the second free throw up and good. 75-61. Seahawk lead is 14 with 5:20 to play. And a legal screen is going to be called on McLaughlin as he gets called for the illegal screen. And so that is the fifth foul of McLaughlin, and he is done for the ball game. McLaughlin, the junior, fouling out. He is done. 5:20 to go. Weaver with the ball in the front court. 14-point Keiser lead. 5:15 to go. Weaver running a weave, if you will. But again, running some clock. Whitaker with the ball in his hands as the clock is down to 12. Game clock at 5:02. Whitaker goes in the lane. His shot up, no good, but he is fouled. And we'll have a pair coming up. Just under 5 minutes to go, and Keiser trying to get their first ever win over Cornerstone. Again, only in 2 meetings, one down in West Palm Beach in the Classic, but then here in 2011. Whitaker trying to add to his total. First one rolls in and out. So he stays at 22. He and Stega got 4. Cornerstone, the game high scores. One more free throw on the way. That one will roll in and out too. Couple of misses there. Again, Keiser's left a few openings, but Cornerstone's not been able to jump in. Here's a long-range three. That one no good. And the board down to the Seahawks. 1 and out for Cornerstone as we're at 4:45. Front court, Weaver. Weaver gets into open space and will now run some clock. Weaver hands it off to Cernik. Off the screen, Whitaker has the ball knocked away. He gets it back. Drives to the basket, goes inside, bounce pass inside, and the dunk is down for McClinton. He has 5. It's a 16-point lead, and Keiser nearly gets the ball back again as Sevic jumps in front of it, but it goes off of his hands out of bounds. And so Keiser's 16-point lead, now 4:20 to go as they try to close this one out. 77-61. Cornerstone in desperate need of an outside shot to fall. That one won't. Tell you what, Cornerstone, those are shots Cornerstone makes more times than not. They just are good clutch shooters, but they're not falling today for the Golden Eagles. And a foul called, and Whitaker steps to the line at 4:04 to go. Redmond for the foul. And so 2 free throws coming up for Whitaker. 22 points. Speaking free throw percentage, Keiser made their first 10 in a row at the line, but since then have not shot that well, only 18 of 26, but now make it 19 of 27 as Whitaker drops the first one. He has 23. One more on the way. Whitaker will have that one bounce off, but back to equaling their biggest lead of the ball game, 17-point advantage for the Seahawks. Drive, shot. Is it good? Yes, it is. They're going to count the basket. As Sekovic gets called for the foul, And they're going to give the basket to Wells, who goes into the double figures with 11. And again, here we go again. Looked like Keiser kind of in control, but then a three-point play by Cornerstone gives them a little life. As the free throw good, Wells goes to 12 points, and we'll have a timeout on the court. 3:57 to go on Davenport. And I think I drew the short straw. I'll be working with Don at 1:45 today in our last game of the day session. Keiser with the basketball down court. Pass is picked up, and Keiser's going to back him back out. And we're going to have a quick foul. The player for Keiser tried to get in the shooting. That was Tyrus Weaver. He tried to act like he was shooting, and he made a nice attempt, but I don't think we're quite buying that one, but it was at least good thought by Weaver there. First free throw is up and good. Tyrus does get the front end of the two-shot foul. 15 points for Weaver. Lead stretched out to 15. One more on the way. Again, still plenty of time in the ball game. It's a 15-point lead, but so far, Cornerstone not being able to get that shot that kind of shatters the glass and kind of gets the momentum going their way. They've had some opportunities that just have not been able to give over that hump today, and that is why Keiser's been able to maintain control of the game. Weaver will try the second free throw. That one drops as well. 16 for Weaver, 80-64 as we're down to 3:45 to play. Here from point, look out. Long three, that one is up, that one is an air ball, and the rebound out of bounds will go to Keiser as they tried to hit one from long range and just didn't have enough mustard on it. 16-point lead for Keiser, 3:37 to go. Seahawks trying to move on to the quarterfinals. Baseball court pass, and it was too hard. Sesevic tried to throw it down court, and he just fired it so far down court that it was out of everybody's reach. I think if Walker stays on his feet, or if Weaver stays on his feet, he might have a chance to track it down, but he didn't, and that ball zoomed out of bounds. Tell you what, Keiser just not letting Cornerstone have any threes. Stinga gets a layup to go. He has 24. Weaver into the front court for Cornerstone. Cornerstone trying to run clock. And a foul going to be called as they finally are going to foul Saranac and send him to the free throw line. 80-66, 14 points the lead, 3:15 to go. Stegen commits his third foul for Cornerstone. And Wells at the line. First one on the way is up. That one will roll in off the back rim. Cernak with 15. 3 in double figures for Keiser. He, along with Weaver and Whitaker. Whitaker is the leading scorer with 23. Cernak does make the second to go up to 16. He equals Weaver with total of points in the ball game, and a blocking foul called on Keiser as the Cornerstone player tries to get around the block right on the sideline, and Jenkins throws the hip, not intentionally. I think he was just trying to get to the baseline. There wasn't much left there, and was able to just block him enough, but not enough to prevent the foul. Free throw goes in for Cox. Cox has 8. He'll get one more opportunity. 3:09 to go, and he will get that one as well. Cox with 9. And again, both teams, especially Cornerstone, playing situational substitution now. You know, Cornerstone, yes, they're going to foul a lot, and that will extend the game, but that's basically their only chance right now. They got to get some misses at the line for Cornerstone, and they're going to foul immediately. And so it will take a while to finish this one. We still have 3:07 to go. And Cornerstone is going to keep fouling and hope that Keiser can miss enough free throws to kind of be a factor at the end. Sasevic will go to the line. Stefan Sasevic from Serbia will have an attempt at 2 here. First one on the way, and that one is good. He has 9. There'll be one more on the way. 83-68. As again, Kim Elders for Cornerstone will make a situational substitution as Cox, a good 3-point shooter, back in. One more up, and that one is short, but will roll home. Now 4 in double figures for Keiser. 84-68. The lead is 16. Cox tries to set up for 3, forces one up, and he manages to draw contact. Listening to what Raleigh Massimino is saying, something about he can't do that, is trying to interpret what he was saying. What he was really saying is he didn't really like the call because Cox was leaning in. He was trying to draw contact. I mean, I don't think there's any secret about it. And it worked, and now if he gets all 3 free throws, they will knock one off the lead. Get it down to 13. Cox very smooth. He's like a machine at the free throw line. Cox an 84% free throw shooter. As far as the regular is concerned, that is the best free throw percentage of the team. So if you want anybody at the line for Cornerstone, it's definitely Corey Cox. Third one is in as well. Cox up to 11. And full court pressure. Again, very interesting here, and we're going to have a foul called. A foul call before the ball is even in bounds. So Cornerstone gets a foul call without any time running off the clock. So it's a 13-point lead. So doing the math here, Cornerstone on that last exchange was able to knock one off the lead. As that, the 5th foul on Eric Redmond. So Cornerstone's now lost 2. McLaughlin fouled out a little bit earlier. Whitaker's first free throw drops down. He's up to 24. So we'll see how the math works on this change of possession. Kind of starting with Cornerstone. Kind of call it like a tennis match from this point on. So Whitaker with the first free throw. He'll have one more on the way. It is up. That one is no good. And Cornerstone with the rebound. So if they get a basket here of any type, they will win another possession as they try to claw back into this. Here's Cox for 3. That one is no good. And the board brought down by Keiser. They got plenty of players down court. They're going to throw it around and get back. So there, in essence, Keiser won that possession as they extend the lead by 1. Clock stops at 2:40. And the Seahawks head to the free throw line again. This time Jenkins will attempt to knock down a couple. So that possession goes to Keiser, extending the lead by 1. So let's see how this possession comes out, starting with the free throws here by Jenkins. First one is up. That one is short. One more on the way. A lot of times you hit the first one short. What do you do with the second one? Second one will be good. That was perfect. Jenkins, now the 5th Seahawk in double figures. 86-71. So again, Keiser with 1 point on that possession. How does this work? Well, this time it'll be Cornerstone. And Tadiga gets the basket, 26. So Cornerstone knocks one off the lead. 86-73. The lead is 13. 2:20 to go. Ball over to Whitaker. Whitaker looks for someone to throw it to. Gives it to Cernak, who's going to be fouled. So that time they were able to get about 20 seconds off the clock. Still 2:13 and still a long way to go. Maybe on actual time, but on the game clock, only 2:13. First free throw is up, and that one is good. Seahawks gets it. He has 17. So we'll see how this possession comes out mathematically. He'll get them both. And we're going to have a timeout called. Raleigh Massimino wants to talk about it. 88-73, we're down to 2:13 to go here in the second half as Keiser trying to punch a ticket, upset winners in the first round, and both teams winning their first game in the national championships on Thursday. That is the day session. We'll look at the night session at the next stoppage of play. A three ball is up and good. Count that one for Dylan Ayton. And so Cornerstone on that possession knocks off another one on the lead as they get it down to 12. So again, as desperate as this looks for Cornerstone, you know, it is a 4-possession game. That is tough. But a couple of more misses and a couple of more wins for Cornerstone, and all of a sudden they knock it down to 3 possessions. First free throw here is good for Jenkins. He has 11 in the lead back to 13. And we've seen some comebacks, some near comebacks, and one that actually did happen in a game earlier. Jenkins, though, makes both free throws there. 90-76. Another long three is going to be up. That one no good. And so the rebound will be out of bounds. It will go to Keiser. So that possession won by Keiser. So they extend the lead by 2 on that exchange of possessions. Who won in overtime over Indiana Tech. Keiser with the basketball. Weaver trying to weave around. Continuing to make things happen. Seahawks gets it in the corner. Clock down to 15. The shot clock, game clock at 1:30. And Keiser just going to be allowed to run the shot clock out here. Weaver to the basket, tries to shoot. Ball is no good. Shot clock will go off, and it's going to. It's a shot clock violation. But, you know, for Keiser, that's not a bad thing. They wanted the points, but losing 30 seconds on the clock is just as valuable there. 90-76 with 1:18 to go. So let's see if Cornerstone can win a possession here with the 3. They will not, at least on the first attempt. But then a foul will be called as Whitaker going for the rebound knocks down Corey Cox, and Cox will have a couple of free throws coming up. So 1:11 to go. The Keiser lead is 14, can cut it to 12. So they let that possession run out. And I'm wondering if Cornerstone, especially if Cox makes them both here, will do that again because, you know, again, 12 is doable. Cox up to 13 for the game. He'll have one more. Makes them both. So my guess is Cornerstone's not going to let as much time run off this time. Seahawks almost loses the ball, almost loses his footing, but gets the ball back. Whitaker into the front court. Hands the ball off. Weaver is going to be fouled. And we have exactly 60 seconds to go, a 12-point lead. So now this is a huge set of free throws because one make here by. So here's Tyrus Weaver at the free throw line. Needing to make one, and he will make that run in. He's up to 17, so again, even if Cornerstone goes down and hits a 3 at the other end, it's still a 4-possession game, and Weaver puts an exclamation point on it as he gets both free throws. 92-78. Ayton made a 3 a moment ago. He'll hand the ball off. Cornerstone eventually going to try to force one up. They do. That one's going to be short. And Keiser makes the rebound. And it looks like now that they may go ahead and let the clock run out here. As Keiser is going to come up with a victory. This will be their first ever victory over Cornerstone. Basket by Weaver will be no good. Down at the other end, shot will be up, missed. And that's going to do it. Keiser will probably just run out the clock here. And a foul with 15 seconds. That, more than anything else, will get 2 extra players in the game for Cornerstone, as Kim Elders will bring 2 off the bench to get in the game. So Cornerstone, Ben Lanning, along with Travis Wells, playing their last game for the Golden Eagles. Keiser's also going to clear the bench. And the Seahawks trying to figure out who to bring in the game. They're going to take out Seviak, so they're going to get all their players in the ball game. The reign of the Cornerstone Golden Eagles as national champions will be coming to an end. First free throw by Jenkins is good. He has 13. Keiser will end up with 5 in double figures here. One more on the way is in and out, no good. And we're down to the final 14 seconds of this one. Cornerstone will try to make a basket, and instead we're going to have a foul. And so they're going to call the foul on David Takam, who just came into the ball game. He's from Cameroon. And so I guess you'll get in the scorebook if you get in the game any way you can. If you can't do it scoring, you'll do it with a foul. So 2 free throws for Cornerstone. And for Cornerstone, getting his name in the scorebook will be Stegman. He's still in the game, and he will finish up with 27. Ball knocked out of bounds. Cornerstone will keep it, but that'll also get a chance to get Stegag out of the ball game as he will leave. So the sophomore who made an impact last year as a freshman does the same here. And don't forget, Cornerstone brings almost all this team back, so certainly think you'll probably see them again. Certainly be one of the favorites next year. Final shot of this game will be no good, and the Keiser Seahawks are going to win it. Keiser with the game winner. Done. History 93-79 as the Keiser